You vote for what you want through your behavior and your actions, not through your words. So stop telling everyone you're going to make it and I'm going to do it. You've been telling yourself that for what? Like a year, 2 years, 3 years now? And everyone's aware, but you're not doing anything. But maybe you do. Maybe you pick it up for a week and then you put it down. You're not motivated. You're procrastinating. Your leg hurts, or you've got a headache, or you've got schoolwork to do. You're being a pussy. Like, you want it or you don't. You vote with your behavior, not your words. You know what to do. You know what to do. You pick something, you stick to it, you make no money for the first 2 years, and you put yourself in a real bank of pain and suffering. But what are you going to do after this video? You're going to go to the next recommended video. You're going to open your phone and start the short form scroll again. Or maybe you're going to get all motivated and click on the course and register, and you're going to hop in there, but probably by the weekend you're going to have lost motivation and just going to be back to your old habits. Fucking pick. Stop. Like, you need to look at, this is the thing, is most guys don't have the ability to hold themselves accountable. Like, you need to look in the mirror and have a little good look at yourself, and look at yourself in the retina, in the eye, not the rectum, the retina. Look in your retina. Have a proper look at yourself and say, like, do you actually, like, am I actually willing to suffer for this goal? Or, because this is the thing, is you're procrastinating, and because you tell yourself and others that you're going to do it, you're not in as much pain as you should be, because fundamentally you've still got this weird delusional faith and hope. You're like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to make it one day. Let me tell you, one day is coming. One day is when you're going to be 50 years old, stuck in a 9-to-5 you hate, with a wife who resents you and kids that don't respect you. That's going to happen. Like, mark my fucking words. If you don't listen to this and actually fix this, and I'm not trying to give you some motivational pep talk here, I'm not trying to pull you up by the bootstraps and slap you on the bum and say, attaboy, although I wouldn't slap you on the bum, that would be strange. I'm not trying to do those things. I'm just trying to give you like a cold, hard reality check. Because you need to leave this video with a decision made. Are you actually going to do it? And by do it, I mean not say you're going to do it. Like, do it. You're going to stick to it, and you're going to stick to it for at least a year. The same thing every day. In spite of the doubt, in spite of the fear, in spite of the avoidance, in spite of the procrastination, the rejection, the confusion, the incompetence feeling, the discomfort, you're actually going to stick to it, and you're going to do it, and you're making that decision consciously? Or are you going to just continue in this little weird grandeur delusion you've got, where you're just like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, I'm going to be successful. I've got faith. I've got self-belief. Fuck off. You don't have self-belief. Like, if you had self-belief, you'd actually be trying. Like, this is the thing. Everyone's like, people are like, especially young guys, and it's so frustrating to see, because so many young dudes have painted this image of themselves of being this like successful sort of like, person, but they're not. Like, it's like they've got this idea that they're going to be successful, and because they've got that idea, like, that it's going to bound to happen because of the law of attraction or whatever, they lose their sense of urgency. And they actually, like, because they're so convinced it's going to happen by God's grace, by a gift of the universe, they stop trying. Look, let me tell you something right now. If you don't do this, and you don't actually snap your fingers together and get your head in the game here, you're going to die broke. And let me also tell you something right now. If your parents, I'm just going to keep laying it on. If your parents are still working or are unhappy, or if any of your extended family, I don't care if it's your siblings, your cousins, your grandparents, your mother, your father, your uncle, your auntie, your nephews, your nieces, your best friends, people that you love, if they're struggling financially, and you're not working hard and you're not actually applying yourself, what the fuck are you doing? You are a man. You have a fiduciary responsibility to people that love you. I don't care that life's tough. I don't care that but my parents are supposed to look after me. Fucking bullshit. You're a man. So act like one. Take some responsibility. Like, dude, I know guys they live with their mothers. Their mothers are working 50 hours a week to keep a roof over their heads, and they have the audacity and the cheek to just procrastinate and play video games whilst working a dead-end job. What? Where's your sense of fucking oomph? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just people just, what the hell? Like, maybe you've got a grandmother who's really sick, but and is relying on national health care or relying on insurance, and she can't get the help she needs privately. That's on you. Like, the fact that that's happening is your fault. Not that you're to blame for your grandmother's health issues. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, if you're not in a position as a man financially to take care of that person, and you became aware of the idea that you could become financially autonomous over a year or two ago, and you're still not in a position to provide for that, I don't know what to tell you, man. You've got to stop being this weird little pussy. You've got to stop being this weird little thing that basically tells everyone and tells yourself that you're going to make it, and I'm going to do the work, and I'm going to build the business. But then you open up Fortnite and Pornhub and just sit in your room all day, and then just, work a little weird job that's not getting you anywhere. But because you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to make it. You've got this, you're like, it's like a painkiller. When you're like, if someone's really sick and they've got an infection and they take a painkiller, the pain temporarily goes away, but the infection stays there. And the infection is the thing that kills you. There's a difference between antibiotics and painkillers, right? You got to, let's say you've got a chest infection. And you're like, you don't want to admit that you've got a chest infection. And so what you do is you take really strong painkillers, and they get rid of all the inflammation, all the pain, and you feel fine. But the infection grows and it gets worse. You're not addressing the infection. The infection that you have is a lack of discipline and procrastination. But the painkiller is this idea that you're going to make it. Remove it. Cut it away. Like, yes, this whole self-belief, you got to have self-belief. You got to believe in yourself. Like, yeah, sure, but you should believe in your ability to work. Don't believe in your ability. You don't deserve the fucking outcome. You silly boy. You don't deserve to be successful, because if you did, you would be. You're not born and by default just deserve to have success. You don't. No one does. Unless you could, but the kids that inherit wealth, that's not success. They're miserable. They're all addicted to cocaine and miserable. Like, you're not born, you're not entitled to success. The only people that are entitled to success are the people that work for it. And so, like, this is a harsh message and it's a stern one, but I am sick to death of talking to guys between the age of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, early 20s, like late teens, whatever, mid 20s, who don't do anything to be successful, but have this idea in their head that somehow they're going to be. And it's by having that idea in their head, it gives them this weird sense of comfort and safety that soothes them through the day when they're when they're playing video games or, not working hard. They just get to work and it will suck, and it's supposed to suck. Like, it is horrible. Like, trying to build a business, I'll level with you here, and I'm going to lay it on the floor. Like, trying to build a business and trying to get rich it fucking sucks. It is not fun. It is uncomfortable. It is painful. And not just in a way where you think, yeah, it's going to be hard. No. It sucks. Like, it's the hardest thing that I've ever done. And I think anyone who's become a millionaire will tell you the same thing. It's not for the it's not for the faint-hearted. It's a really, hard thing to do. But the problem is that you think in your head that it's a lot easier than it actually is. And so when you try and start, because you've got such, your expectations of how easy it is to be successful are up here. But really, like, how easy it is to be successful is like this level. And so you start thinking it's going to be this easy and you're going to become rich overnight. But then, because that's what you want to believe, but then the reality is here. And as soon as you face the reality, you fall from this expectation. And the higher expectation is of how easy it's going to be, the further you have to fall and the more likely you are to quit. And so my job here is to set your expectation and tell you that this is going to be hard. Harder than you can possibly even conjure up or comprehend in your head right now. You think like, oh yeah, I can, it's just some cold calls. Try actually doing it. Have you tried that? Have you actually tried? And not just like for a week or a month, like for like a year, of making a commitment to like not having like a social life, quitting all your vices and working for 12 hours a day, burning yourself out horrifically, making yourself sick in the process. Like, that's what it takes. Like, if you want to become a millionaire and you want to become ruthlessly financially free, you're going to have to make idiosyncratic, weird sacrifices that people are going to label as unhealthy. Because like, if you want to be a millionaire, that's like an incredible. It's a very rare outcome, which means you have to sacrifice very rare things. When I tell people like no social life, when I tell people you're going to have to sacrifice things to do with your health for a while, you're going to have to sacrifice your mental health, your peace of mind, your cortisol is going to spike, you're going to age faster. It's like people are like, well, that's not good. Like, I don't want to do that. Well, no shit. This is why not many people are millionaires. Like it's really fucking hard. It's not fun. And so like, people are like, yeah, but you shouldn't sacrifice your health. Well, you shouldn't have to, but you do. Like the first year in business for me was the unhealthiest year of my entire life. I burned out. I got ill. I was like in a really bad way for a long time, but I got it done. And and this is the thing is like, everyone wants to virtue sting and be like, yeah, but you need to keep your health. Don't sacrifice your health. Like, it's easy to say. Have you actually tried? Like any millionaire that you talk to, any self-made millionaire, if you look at the first 1 to 3 years of their journey, you will find a abhorrent amount of sacrifice that isn't healthy. You'll find friendships destroyed, relationships destroyed, aspects of health in the bin, mental health in the bin, stress levels at an all-time high, fear at an all-time high, anxiety at an all-time high, depression at an all-time high. Like all of these things that we are conditioned to think are bad, you will find an encounter in the first 1 to 2 to 3 years of your entrepreneurial career. Once you make it and it all becomes worthwhile, the dust settles and you don't really have to, if you want to level up again, you've got to go through it again, but it's possible, it can be done, it just really sucks. And I just wanted to give you this message because I'm just like, brother, all these young guys, they just don't get it. I can help you with it. I can give you all the tools. If you click the first link in the description, we've got Imperium Academy. It's an intensive 6-week program that will help you become financially free. But I want to make it really clear that it sucks. It's not easy. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna push you. You're gonna feel very uncomfortable and very unhappy in the process. But that's what you need. And if you're not, like I said, just make a decision. If you're not willing to do it, I don't care. No one cares. The only people that care are your future children when you can't afford to buy them things or take them on holiday, or your future wife when she has no respect for you because you can't provide. It's not my fucking problem. Anyway, I hope this message, I mean this well. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just like, it's frustrating to see, and I just want the best for people who watch these videos. So yeah, see you around.